How will they look upon us, wingless ones, our great aerial children soon to come? Who even now begin to quicken life, with movement toward their finer element. Will they not turn from the radiant tides of light, and steering earthward, softly speak of us, their fathers long contented under trees? Yet who shall blame them if they soon forget? The sunlight will be woven in their blood, and breadth of spaces, native to their breath, will urge them till they soar again for joy. The forests of the south of England are home to one of the greatest aviators of the natural world. One which must make a life-changing transformation from the ordinary to the extraordinary. A creature that was born to fly. Like many other great aviators, this flyer comes from a humble beginning. This tiny egg will transform, finally reaching up to 1,200 times its original size. This little crawler still has a long way to go. He grows at a staggering rate, always looking for food. This rare animal can only eat one thing, privet leaves. All of his time is spent foraging, hunting out privet with a singular determination. Until he's reached his full size. His weight has increased exponentially from just 1 milligram to 8,000 in a matter of weeks. After a fruitful summer of preparation, this fat caterpillar digs down into the earth, now ready for a great change. He protects himself with a hard shell to ward off damage while he grows and transforms. From his submerged position, he can sense the days lengthening, the earth being warmed by the sun. He slowly wriggles his way upwards to rest on the surface, ready to emerge. His enormous body renders him clumsy and vulnerable at this stage. His wings, wet and shriveled, must first be inflated before he can fly. If he doesn't find somewhere to hang from in the first few minutes, his wings will never unfurl. Sequestered away in his huge body is a store of liquid he now uses to pump up his wings. His metamorphosis is now complete. Lifting this body off the ground still takes tremendous effort, but once in the air, he is a powerful flyer. Like ancient navigators, moths are thought to use natural cues to guide their path. The moon is so far away from the Earth that by the time the beams of light emanating from it reach us, they are travelling in parallel lines. He just needs to keep at a constant angle to these light beams, and he will naturally travel in a straight line. Man has developed a nighttime landscape very different from the ones that nature's navigators were originally adapted to. These light beams radiate out in every direction, and if he uses the same technique on these lights, he will fly in spirals, eventually colliding with something fiery. This can dazzle and derail him, making him an easy target for nocturnal predators. Luckily, this moth is especially difficult to spot in the dark. Even his eyes don't reflect light. This eludes most predators, apart from the bat. Bats use the echoes of their own cries to detect the fluttering wings of a moth in the dark. As it approaches its prey, its squeaks become faster and higher. Even though we can't hear this, moths can. Lying still, the bats no longer sense his presence. If he does need to escape, his powerful wings will ensure his flight to safety. His wings can reach up to 50 beats a second in a graceful figure of 8. He senses the smallest of changes in his environment and can alter his course more rapidly and reliably than cutting-edge technology. His glorious transformation from minute to mighty makes him as awe-inspiring as any of the great aviators. And there, within the garden of the skies, with heaven above and heaven as fair below, only the winds forever voicelessly recall them to those meadows whence they sprung.